right, here we go.
Hi.
Happy holidays, happy holidays.
Well, the
Merry bells
keep ringing. May your every wish come true. Happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
It's not a singing podcast.
It's not, and we are all thankful for that. But truly, happy holidays. We're 1 week out. Here we go. Game on. Rally caps on. I hope you're filled with sugar, champagne.
Elf diet in full effect.
Yes, and joy. And if you're not, hang on tight. We got your back. Don't worry about it. We are so happy to have you here. You're the best part of everything we do. Hi, Becky, right?
Hi, Erin Newberg.
It's us. Listen, we have a few episodes in the
hopper?
In the hopper or
in the
bank?
We banked them.
We banked a few.
This is what I realized. We jumped off the top floor of a building and then asked each other, hey, did you bring a...
Yeah.
Should we have
Becky said, should we jump?
parachute?
I said yes. And on our way down, we're like, did you bring anything for the jump?
What's the line? Like, shoot first, aim later?
Yeah.
That's what we're doing. That's exactly what we're doing.
Ask for forgiveness afterwards.
Yes.
Instead of permission, ask for forgiveness. That's what I do.
That's what we're doing right now.
So thank you for forgiving us for what your ears have experienced. We're so happy to have you here. We're a week out from Christmas. Becky made me do a this or that holiday movie.
Yes.
So
And we landed on, for Erin Newberg, Christmas Vacation is the ultimate, the only Christmas movie that captures the spirit of the season appropriately.
I wouldn't say it's the only, but it is number unero.
Yeah.
Unero.
In utero, it's number numero uno.
That too. I don't know why I keep burning candles in here. It's not good to have flames. I'm going to blow it out real quick.
I think it's nice.
Except when my arm goes up in flames. Okay. I just love a candle. But
Have you ever had like a scary fire experience?
On my body, yes, but not
What?
Well, again, we can get into this later and we can actually ask one of our guests we're planning to come on in the new year.
Yeah.
But my husband genuinely from his heart of hearts believes. And he's not a fool around type of guy. He is very, is it straight and narrow?
Yes.
I mean, he is focused. He's dialed in. It's black, it's white, it's nothing in between.
Yeah.
He literally thinks there's like a voodoo hex on me when it comes to the kitchen or technology because things just blow up, start on fire.
My computer just went on the fritz 2 minutes ago and Erin said, oh, it's my fault.
No, literally.
Let me just leave.
We fully believe somebody put a voodoo hex on me. I have twice been cooking and my sleeve has gone up in fire.
No.
Now, again, some could say, oh, Erin, is that you putting your arm where it shouldn't be?
Potentially.
Not necessarily a voodoo, what is it called?
One could argue.
There's many different ways to look at it. I choose to think that I have a curse. I've been cursed.
So you had too voluminous a sleeve dragged over.
Yeah. I also, yes.
How'd you put it out?
I think I stomped it on my side like that. Then I had a toaster oven start on fire.
What?
I also had a pan blow up in an oven once. You know what? It's God's way of saying I can't cook. And that's
right.
why we eat out all the time.
That's right.
So I listen to the big guy upstairs and he is sending clear signals that I should not be in the kitchen. Have you ever started on fire?
I have not started on fire, but I desperately want a fire extinguisher, one of those blankets.
Okay.
I just feel like if we're grown-ups, I had this thing the other day where I replaced all of the Tupperware because all we had were Cool Whip things and like takeout containers.
Yeah.
And I said, doggone it.
Yeah.
I didn't say doggone it though.
She's trying not to swear. She thinks it's unbecoming of her on this podcast.
I am really trying to pull it together. But I'll say this. I'm a grown-ass woman. You
are a grown-ass
have an actual legitimate set of Tupperware.
Yeah, good for you. Do you feel good about it?
I do.
I don't want to panic you, but did you do plastic? Uh-oh.
I do have the glass Pyrex, which I love.
Okay.
Those are my favorite.
One day way down the road, I'm going to go through all my conspiracy theories of...
Let's just do a couple. That there's already a cure for cancer.
Oh,
that's a good one.
You guys, chill out on conspiracy theories. Don't anyone get mad. These are just my conspiracy theories in my head. I think there's a cure for cancer.
Yeah.
And they're gatekeeping it because it's a business.
Yep.
I mean, it's kind of dark, but also get with me. Look it up. Look it up. And if I end up dead after this publishes...
Don't get me started on United Healthcare.
Then you really know.
You
guys were in their backyard. That's a little freaky.
We didn't prep for that, but that's what's happening in the news these days.
Yeah.
And that's a mafia hit. I mean, I don't think anyone.
Well, I don't know what it is. Yeah.
That's a hit. That's not like a...
Well, they have a man in custody.
I'm into interested.
I know, but I'm worried. I mean, literally from where we sit right now, gosh, United Healthcare is what, 2 miles away?
Yeah.
2 miles away. And it's an icky subject anyway. So, thoughts and prayers
so
with
she
everybody.
She believes there's like
there's
cancer.
a cure for cancer.
Yeah.
If I end up dead, you heard it here.
Yeah.
It's those people.
Yeah.
They're hiding in plain sight.
Right.
Number 2.
Are you going to do BPAs or what are you going to do?
Plastics.
Oh boy.
They cause problems.
Here we go.
I'm forcing, my kids are the only ones with glass bottle. They still take plastic bottles to sports, but like glass, or I'm fine with like the metal bottles.
Wow.
I know.
I mean,
so that's another conspiracy theory.
Any amount of heat, those things are off gassing. Yeah,
the plastics?
Yes.
Yeah, I know.
It's a bad deal.
So anyway, we'll get into more conspiracy theories once we have you hook, line, and sinkered into this podcast. But until then, keep it fluffy.
Gosh, is it true crime? Is it a conspiracy?
We have so much true crime. I am waiting a little bit. You guys, I grew up in a town of only 2,000. At the time, there was like 2,000 people where I grew up.
Mm-hmm.
I know I talk about my hometown a lot, but it shaped who I am.
Yeah.
Currently in this moment, in, as you would say, the year of our Lord 2024.
Yes.
There is so much crime from people I grew up with, or like weird things.
I promise we are going to cover this.
But since and it doesn't have to do with any of my family, but half of that population is my family.
Yeah.
I got to tread lightly. I don't want my family getting upset that I'm talking about their neighbors.
But this is not like we happen to watch a Dateline about somebody. It's like, no, a girl we used to work with, or a guy that you went to school with, or what is my other
high
one?
school teacher.
Yes. Oh, that's right. That's another good one.
Yes.
You guys,
so
it's right in our
conspiracy theories and crime coming at you soon.
Stay tuned.
Until then, we got to get to the bottom of another
mystery.
very hot topic.
Okay.
What is Becky's favorite holiday song?
Okay, here we go.
It is a knockout, as you would say.
A knockout round.
Okay.
All right.
I pulled, and I don't know from what reputable source, but the top 10 songs.
Okay.
Holiday songs.
All
it
right.
gave me 11, so we'll go with 11.
Okay.
You have to choose which one you would prefer.
And some just don't make the cut. Not because we don't love them, but that's the way we play the game.
Do you have a pen I can use? I need to cross off things.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Yes.
So we're going to start with something kind of odd because they were both in the top 11.
I'm ready.
It is Winter Wonderland by Pentatonics or Winter Wonderland by Bing Crosby.
Pentatonics dies, Bing Crosby lives.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now we take Winter Wonderland by Bing Crosby and Merry Christmas Darling by Christina Perry.
Oh,
Merry Christmas.
Bing wins all hands down. Okay. Hands down.
Winter Wonderland by Bing Crosby or One More Sleep by Leona Lewis.
I got to stick with Bing. I do like Leona Lewis's voice though, very much.
Okay. I don't know this next song.
Okay.
Winter Wonderland by Bing Crosby or Driving Home for Christmas by Jove Alegría. Jove. Did I write that down wrong?
I think Spotify is really fucking with me.
You said the effing word.
Sorry. Oh, I did it again. Sorry.
And you can say it. You can say it. We are pro swear words. We are swear word inclusive.
We're not talking about the baby.
Wait, am I using cultural appropriation? It's H-O-V-E. Hove?
I think so.
Hove?
Jovi?
Jovi.
I don't know.
And then Alegría. Alegría?
I think Bing is still winning.
Okay.
What a pile of...
Maybe I should have pretended that wasn't. Do you even know the song Driving Home for Christmas?
I'll be driving
home for Christmas. Okay, things are going to start getting tough now, okay?
I'm ready.
Winter Wonderland by Bing Crosby or Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas by Sam Smith.
Oh. I'm going to go with, not because it's Sam Smith, but Have Yourself a Very Merry Little Christmas.
Ooh, Bing,
Who did it originally?
Baby.
Was it Judy Garland?
Oh, Mary. That's really good.
Fabulous.
Little Christmas. Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas by Sam Smith is in the lead.
Okay.
Or Do You Hear What I Hear? Back on the list by Bing Crosby. Hit it.
Do you hear what I hear?
A song.
It's too corny. It's too old schooly.
Okay, so you want Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas by Sam Smith? Sorry, Bing, she cut you twice, baby. Oh, this is going to be tough.
Oh, no.
Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas by Sam Smith or Last Christmas by Wham.
No question. Last Christmas.
Yes,
all
it's
day
so
long.
Good. Wham has never sounded better.
Love it.
Last Christmas by Wham or Christmas Lights by Coldplay. How does that go?
I don't know. I don't know it at all. So far we're doing great, Wham. George, Andrew Ridgely, and I doing great.
On the side note, Coldplay, Chris Martin, his daughter Apple with Gwyneth Paltrow just had a debutante party. I didn't know those still existed.
I saw that in Paris or something.
Yeah.
I think it's like the big one.
Could you and I still have a debutante party? That sounds like a blast.
Listen, if Meredith Marks can be bat mitzvahed.
Yes. Let's plan that. When we have our 1 year anniversary for this podcast, let's
Erin,
do it as a debutante party.
You guys, would you come to a deb ball?
If we invited you to a debutante party, would you make it?
Let's do it.
What is a debutante party? But
I think it's your
sounds so
coming out.
amazing. We're doing it. Mark it down. Okay.
And Rob Greer, where are you with the wigs?
Oh my gosh. We're going to have a debutante party for our 1 year anniversary of the podcast.
This is my favorite thing we've ever come up with.
Yes.
I love it.
And we've got fabulous ideas. Okay, we only have 3 songs left.
Who's winning?
Last Christmas by Wham is in the lead.
Yes.
But now it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas by Michael Bublé.
You know, I hate.
Bublé. You hate Michael Bublé? What did he ever do wrong to you?
Here's the problem. I know he's had, I know people love him, but here's the problem.
We're in a safe space to be controversial.
In my era, the knockoff of the Rat Pack was Harry Connick Jr. And so to my ear, Michael Bublé is just a copy of a copy.
Got it.
And so I'm just going to need you to get another shtick.
That's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine. He is very shticky.
Well, I just think
very...
It's very one lane.
Yeah. Okay.
And if I want to hear a knockoff of Frank, it's my man Harry.
Got it.
Love.
Harry Connick Jr. sounds like a really nice person too.
Doesn't he?
Yeah.
Funny.
Loved him in Hope Floats.
Clever. Oh, another great one.
Oh, that was a good one. Okay, this is the final. This is the grand finale. It's going to be tough. Last Christmas by Wham or All I Want for Christmas by the Queen herself, Mariah Carey.
There's no question.
Mariah.
Yeah. And should we tell the people why?
Christmas.
That's so good.
What?
When jumping around, Erin is looking at her social media the other day, and she shows me someone else's social media at an event that I attended.
Oh my gosh, I forgot about this. You guys, I follow quite a few people on Instagram. As I've said many times, I like social media. It fuels me. I like seeing. And there was another person in our town, kind of in our same industry, and he had been posting videos at the Christmas Carol sing-along.
Yeah.
And none other. It's a big group of people singing along.
Well, we were brought up on stage. It was the last number of the night.
Well, it seemed very special who got brought up. At least 50 people were up there in a big pack. And all of a sudden, I see one head bouncing up and down, jumping ferociously, furiously. And there's no mistaking. It's Becky with the good hair. You were on somebody else's feed.
Yeah.
Now, who else jumps up and down? That's
to Mariah Carey.
It felt like a very Green Day mosh pit type of move. And you were in a packed stage of Christmas carolers.
But you know what happened to me?
Moshing.
You know how that song starts? Like, ding-a-ling-ding-a-ling-ding-a-ling-ding-a-ling-ding. And it was dun-dun-dun. And I mean, listen, it just brought out. The
spirit got in you.
Yes.
You were filled with the spirit. There was nothing else you can do. It looked like she was doing mosh pit jumps into people.
Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. Yeah.
But was it a blast?
It was so much fun. It was so much fun.
It is fun to pull up social media pages. You don't even know the people. You kind of follow each other because you're in the same industry. And you see, now not just my friend, but business partner.
That's right.
Bouncing up and down like the true professional that she is.
I'm just saying it's the power of Queen Mariah.
It's the power of Mariah. You're filled with the spirit.
That's exactly right.
Speaking of being filled with the spirit, I need to talk to everybody about something. You know, I think a few episodes ago I shared who I shared my birthday with, and it just felt like I had to get a dirty secret out there. Yes. You know, it just feels better.
Can I remind the listener, or do you not want to say it?
Do we even want to say his name?
His initials are A.H.
And I have the same birthday as him, and he's the most evil man in history.
Remember him from World War II.
So if you don't laugh, you'll cry.
Yeah.
Okay. It's so embarrassing that I share a birthday with him, so I overcompensate in joy.
But also, you buried the lead of the actual date, which is the real
420.
Yeah, that's the joke.
If you don't know what 420 is, look it up. And also,
ask your children.
I didn't know what it was until I was in college.
Did you not? Maybe it wasn't even a thing then.
When I was in college, I was like, hey, now, looks like everybody's here to party with me. And I don't dabble in recreational drugs, but I mean, everybody was thrilled.
Yes.
With the 420. And then I figured out what it meant. And then from this day forward, nobody forgets my birthday. Everybody remembers.
It's so true.
Because everybody's celebrating anyway. And they're like, oh, yeah, that's right. I got a friend who was born on this day. A foe and a friend. And so I overcompensate. But also I feel like you got to get dirty secrets out there. So, because when they're a secret, you feel like shame and fear.
Yeah.
But if you just jump the gun and put it out there, you're like, okay, we're all on board together.
And no shame. We're anti-shame.
We are anti-shame.
Yeah.
Okay. That you can shame yourself enough after a bottle of wine, waking up at 3 a.m. We don't need to put shame on each other. Okay. We're in a safe space to swear.
That's right.
If you so choose.
I didn't mean to.
I'm not swearing. I just don't swear that much.
No,
you know what I'm saying? If I was filled with the spirit of shit,
Mariah,
I would say it, but I'm not filled with it. Okay. So speaking of spirit.
Yes.
So basketball season has officially begun again.
Oh boy.
If we're just meeting, I have 2 boys. They're both in basketball.
Did they both have tryouts at the same time?
Around the same times. One middle school, one high school.
Okay.
And you know, my younger one plays other sports too. Neither here nor there. Anyway, we haven't been in the basketball gym for about a month. And so I forgot what an absolute lunatic I am in the stands. And I'm just going to put it out there, and I need everyone to know, and we can discuss. I cheer with such passion and spirit.
Yeah.
It is though every game, Wednesday afternoon, Saturday morning, doesn't even keep score.
Yeah.
I am cheering.
Yes.
Like my kids are representing the United States of America in the Olympics.
Correct.
I am cheering like they're going to get $1 million bonus.
But you're a 4. You're not an againster.
I never, ever, ever cheer negative. I'm never like, come on, you suck. Never like that.
Like I'll sometimes yell things like criminal if it's a foul or sometimes like some type of.
So you do heckle.
I try not to, but see, I think because you cheered, like
I literally was a professional cheerleader.
Right.
So that's what I tell people, and they're like, you're still really annoying.
But you yell things like, your father and I are super proud of you.
No, I did accidentally in baseball one year scream, I love you, right as William was going up to the plate.
Did it just come out?
Yep. I don't know what happens. It's like when we found that sale one time and I blacked out.
You guys, Erin, for real. We walked in and the deals were so good and there was so much good stuff.
We went to a sample sale together.
Yes.
And the prices were rock bottom.
But I watched Erin just completely go to another place and execute a maneuver like a military operation where she just rack after rack after rack, got some dishes, got some coats. Like we had 10 minutes to be there. We had places to be. And I came out with a 12-piece dinner plate setting.
Yes. 3 or 4 jackets. I had some shoes, some literature. But I didn't remember buying it until we got out of the actual sample sale.
No.
I fully blacked out.
No, I think after she asked what happened.
I got so euphoric. It go? It's what I imagine like a drug high would be because I don't, dabble in drugs. So yeah, I got high and blacked out. Same with cheering. I get so excited for the boys and I get so excited to cheer them on. And I want them to know I support them and I love them. And not just my kids.
All the boys.
Like their teammates too.
Do you think they can hear you though?
Well.
Or is it that, how could they not?
So 2 of my son's friends, we're all very close. They've grown up together.
Yeah.
They said, Mrs. Newberg.
Which I think is so sweet, by the way.
Thank you so much for your support.
Oh, there's a however coming.
When we are down by about, let's say more than 15 points, can you please stop cheering like that? Like, it's just embarrassing. Everyone knows we're not going to win. You can't scream things like, I believe in you.
Believe in yourself.
Yep. I say the craziest things. Like, I believe in you. You're a rock star. You've got this. And they will literally look over and give me a dirty look. Only if they're really losing. Now, if they're winning or it's a close game, they said it's fine.
So
and they understand.
What if it's a route the other way? What if they're winning by so much? Do you taper off? Does it feel?
You can keep going there. Oh. No, I never taper off.
Oh.
No. I don't taper off in any capacity. Okay. So in baseball it happened, but this is the problem. See, I get reinforced by the good Lord above.
Yes.
So my oldest son, he ended up leaving baseball after 8th grade because he needed to focus on basketball. Unfortunately, that's how sports go these days.
And they win with kids knows that.
Yeah. And it's just what happens.
We don't make the rules.
So we knew he was in his final baseball game ever. And we were actually out of town. We were in Branson, Missouri.
Ooh.
And I was just filled with the spirit. sunshine, and maybe a Mike's Hard Lemonade that I wasn't used to drinking. Okay. I don't drink that stuff.
Blame it on the...
So I was already hallucinating due to sweat and heat. It was like 104 degrees. I had a Mike's Hard Lemonade, which was immediate heartburn. Why isn't anyone that should be on the label. You will get heartburn from drinking this.
It's carbonated and it's acidy.
Right. But if you do want to sponsor us, I'll chug one right now. I will chug it. So anyway, William's walking up to bat, and I was like getting sad because I'm like, this is it. This is his last baseball game. And I was like, wow, I can't remember his number. I think he was number 1 or 2. Let's go number 1. You're amazing. I love you. And everything stopped. I mean, like the umpires were like, no. Like the other team were like, you've got to be kidding me.
Like the record just scratches.
Jokes on all of them. He gets up to the plate, hits his first and only home run of his entire baseball career.
Let's go. Right up top. Nicely
Come on.
Done.
You mean that cheerleading doesn't matter? He was filled with my love.
You're going to try to tell me?
You're trying to tell me True Link that doesn't help? That kid hit his first and only home run after I screamed, I love you.
So now when it's really up against it for basketball, are you going to trot it out again?
No, I got in big trouble for that. Even other parents were like, no, Erin.
It's a little much.
Like there's certain kids who can't go back to school after that. So
I love you.
But at a game, I screamed so loud and so much.
Oh, yeah.
That people are staring. But it is nice. I believe in you. You got this defense.
I used to clap so hard my hands would bleed. Like I would
tell
make
me how you cheered for your boys.
Same. And I think we're bonded by this.
Really?
Like, so loud, so embarrassingly. Yeah. No, this is a kindred spirit moment for sure.
Okay, good. But
hang on. Should I play it for the listener?
Oh, no.
I'm going to play this.
Okay. Do you regret it in hindsight? Because your boys are out of organized sports now, right?
It's super embarrassing. Like,
but do you regret it?
I don't regret it, but it's who I am as a human, and I can't control it. But when I listen back now to this, for example.
As you pull that up, one day, an old neighbor of mine, she wasn't old in age, but a former neighbor of mine.
Yes.
She comes walking into the gym. And if you've ever been to a basketball tournament, there's a lot of gyms going at the same time. Right. She comes walking over and she's like, oh, I heard you a few gyms down. I thought I'd come say hi.
Oh, I heard you a few gyms.
Then 2 weekends ago, probably 4 or 5 weekends ago now. I was at one of James's first tournaments, walking by the bleachers. Sweet woman, Deanne, I think, stops me and says, you do a great job on Shop HQ.
She's of your?
Yeah. And I said, were you in the gym?
Oh.
And she's like,
so Deanne heard it.
And so, it's just, I have many different personalities. They're all authentically me.
Yes.
There's a cheerleading mom. No, you got to play that. There's a cheerleading mom.
Oh gosh. This is
there's a podcast lady.
There's a lot of ladies in there.
There's a friend lady.
Yes.
There's a lover in there. Not as often as my husband would like.
Words I do not need to hear. I don't need to hear the word moist. I don't need to
that word doesn't bother me.
Lover.
Okay.
I do not need to hear those words.
Okay, play us some of your best moments cheering for your children.
Now, I just remembered this the other day. Father Phil sent it to me. This is my son. What turns out to be one of his last lacrosse games. Wins MVP, his national tournament.
Okay, what are we listening for? A growl?
You'll hear a lady. You'll hear a young lady.
Okay, hit it.
There's a lot of cheering, but then you'll hear one particular. Okay.
Was that it? Go stanch?
Yes.
It wasn't aggressive. Oh my God. Why did your voice crack? Were you in puberty during this?
I had to really belt it out.
Yeah.
Go stanch.
You cracked. My voice doesn't crack like that.
It was an out of body. It was another bad one. But yes,
It is exciting to see your kids compete.
Yes. But you've said it, and I have too. I would be sunk if my kids went any further than college. Because if they were in like a regular arena with regular people who paid a ticket, and I heard a stranger speak disparagingly about my child.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, I'd be in jail right now. I mean, I would be doing this from a payphone from the correctional facility. I will kill you.
Yes. I mean, I can imagine that.
Oh.
But speaking of professional sports, so I cheer really intensely.
Yes.
And there have been numerous adults, whether they're parents or otherwise, who, you know, oh, you're really into the game. I'm like, yeah. You know your kid's not going to be a professional athlete, right? And I'm
like that's the reason.
I'm like, I totally know. Well, first and foremost, kids, if you're listening, you can do anything you want to do. You believe in yourself. 2, I am a realistic mother. I am not cheering so that they get a scholarship. I am cheering because sports teaches kids so much, how to lose in front of people, how to be a good teammate. It teaches them how to get embarrassed. I mean, have you ever been yelled at in front of a crowd after you made a mistake and you got to get right back in?
Right.
It truly teaches them life skills. It teaches them how to be disappointed, how to get cut, how to win and be good, how to lose and be good. Like, I'm cheering for like the character that it builds and like doing hard things.
Well, and also, where else in the United States of America can you be in a group environment like that where you're with people cheering for something? I mean, the event itself takes you away.
Of course. I mean, and you watch these kids are so different than adults. They only, you know, my youngest has 12 years of experience in life.
Yeah.
These are the biggest moments of his life.
That's a really good point.
And for me to act like, well, it doesn't matter. 20 years from now, you'll be doing what I'm doing.
Okay, well, no, wait a minute. That's another thing. Why diminish it like it's small potatoes? It's the biggest potato there is.
It's their biggest event of their life.
That's
Why do I diminish? And I don't set unrealistic expectations for them. I'm not like, you better get up there and, you know, get your scholarships. No, it's more like you set a goal.
Yeah.
You wanted to be part of an elite team.
Yeah.
You wanted to win. So I'm going to cheer you on to your goal.
Yeah. I love
like if they came to me and they're like, Mom, you know what? I just want to shoot hoops with the neighbors. Fine.
Yeah. Then I'll
go shoot hoops with the neighbors. I'll give you a little clap if you.
But I'll be right there on the side.
Still be screaming from the window. I love you. You got this. Come on.
But do you know what? Generationally, this is another difference. In my day, now I'm going to be old lady. Parents didn't come to everything. Like hardly anything.
I know.
Because they were working. I had a single mom. Like Parents' Day was like a day that you would mark on the calendar. Like this is the day you come to the sport.
Correct.
So now your whole life is built around it.
The only time I miss is I work weird hours. Yeah. I work nights and weekends. So I miss. My husband would never miss.
Yeah.
My parents are at every single game.
Yeah.
Friends come to watch. But I go to watch other kids. It is different. And I think a little bit of it, I think we can go overboard. Mm-hmm. But a lot of it, I think when the kids feel supported.
Oh, absolutely.
It's easier for them to learn those life lessons.
I had a friend who played a sport and like frequently didn't have a ride. So it was like you either walk or you ask the coach for a ride. But like even getting to the thing was dicey.
I know. But I just want everyone to know that if you see me in any sort of arena, I've already given you fair warning. If you go to a concert with Becky, you do not get behind her.
Don't engage.
Don't stand behind her. You won't be able to see. Don't get in line behind her for a drink. You won't get one. I wouldn't even go to the bathroom with her in a concert.
First of all, I'll be jumping up and down. Clearly, we've established there's some kind of house of pain thing.
If you do end up next to her, yes, jump around. She's going to be chest bumping into each one of you. My second PSA, if you are in a gym or an auditorium with me and my kids or even their friends are competing, you are going to hear shrill screaming the entire time. It's not going to let up.
No.
It's not going to let up, and that's fine.
Even when they're down by 15.
Guess what? And you know what? When they're 35 and they're looking back on it and they're like, oh my God, Mom was so insane. I hope they just remember, God, Mom supported me.
And P.S., this is as moms of boys. I love these new ladies that are part of their lives. I love it, love it, love it. I promise you, and I'm not trying to be the number one girl forever.
I am.
It is literally impossible for anyone to love your child the way you do.
Correct.
Like, good luck to her. I mean, I hope she does a great job of it, but
I'm almost like a dog to my children because I expect almost nothing back. I just want them to respect me and listen to the rules of the house.
That's
but like,
fair.
Even in a partnership with a girlfriend, like it is more of a give and take. Like with motherhood, right or wrong, is so much give.
Well, like our thing is conditional. Like if I continue to show up late for the show, there are conditions on our friendship.
Well, it's been 10 years and I'm still here. So clearly I don't mind it.
But I mean, it is literally unconditional with the kids.
Obviously.
There's nothing they could do that would.
Never.
Mm-mm.
We got their backs.
Yeah.
So yeah, watch out for us. So now Christmas is a week away. So what are your traditions? Like, what do you do
The one that I'm surprised has lasted the longest is my girlfriends that I've had for over 20 years. We do a cookie bake. It was just us at first. And every year it became, let's bring the kids. And they were littles at the time. My boys are 27 and 25.
Are they the oldest of all of your friends' kids?
They're the oldest. And now kids come back from college and they're like, when is cookie bake? Like now the middle kids, the littles aren't little anymore. The littlest is, well, is he middle school?
He's probably
the baby
grade.
of the brother.
He's probably 8th grade.
Yeah.
Because I think he's a year older than James.
That sounds right.
Yeah.
But that's it. I mean, like they all look forward to it and it's been, 20 plus years. Yeah. I mean, and all the family stuff too. But that one is the one that I'm the most proud of because it's hard with schedules and stuff to keep those things alive.
Totally. It's impossible.
Yeah.
It's pretty impressive that you still have it actually.
Right.
We have a hard time keeping tradition
because of schedule.
Beyond the four of us. Yeah. Like, because I have my brother and my sister-in-law, like their calendar and then my big family's calendar. But for the four of us,
what do you guys do?
It's really out of character. Every Christmas Eve, I make, and I can never remember the words. It's a big piece of meat.
Oh, it's the rib roast.
Yes.
It's the tips.
It's standing rib roast.
Yes.
I know how to make one, and it turns out great.
This is the one thing you make?
This is the one thing I make. It turns out great, but it cooks for like 7 hours at 200 degrees.
Just low and slow.
You got to babysit that puppy.
Oh, I love it.
I got it from a cookbook that my late mother-in-law gave me.
This is really sweet.
And the 3 boys, now I've put some things in front of them that almost look like I'm trying to kill them every other day of the year.
This is conditional.
I've put some, I put a Brussels sprout in front of them once, or I think one of them barfed. I'm not kidding.
You guys, we are such terrible cooks.
Undercooked meat. Mm-hmm. I've cooked like ideas I created in my head that were I once tried to make a potato dumpling and it was just dry flour crumbling. Terrible.
You know what I think it is? I don't know if you have this. I get distracted. And so I get really excited. I go get all the stuff. I start to prepare. And then the ADD kicks in real hard. And then I have to go do something.
Yeah.
But there's food cooking and there's things boiling.
And it smells good, maybe.
Maybe.
You don't know.
For a while.
I don't know what's wrong with me because I will really hone in and focus and it still is just an absolute flop. But on Christmas Eve, I make the standing rib roast and I've never messed it up.
This is so great.
Or fucked it up.
Whoa.
Never done it.
Whoa, potty mouth.
It has worked. Even the time James accidentally put it in the freezer and it was frozen solid.
Wait, how did you thaw it in time to start it?
I just put it in the oven at like 100 and then slowly moved it up to 200 and it took like 12 hours.
This is really impressive though. So the boys will always remember this.
Genius mind of a chef. Of a true chef. Would only know how to do that, and that is I. And I am a chef on Christmas Eve and Christmas Eve only.
Do you do sides as well, or do we not?
Yeah.
Okay. Like what?
I know how to mash potatoes.
Nice. Yeah.
I'm trying to think of what else goes in there. But I got the standing rib roast done, and it comes, and I make a gravy out of it.
Yum.
A red wine gravy.
Whoa.
You know what? I will vlog it, as they say. I've never done a vlog, but I'll vlog it this year.
If you're looking for a nice recipe, we'll post that. Will you send it and then we can put it up for the people?
I'll take a picture of it.
Okay.
It's in a cookbook that my mother-in-law gave me, and every recipe in there is like dynamite. But of course, I only follow one.
Yeah. Easy.
But there's other
easy.
But I do think it's important to acknowledge, with Christmas being 1 week away, as much joy as it brings us, and we've talked about all of this, like it's joyful, but it's also and magical, but it's also stressful, and it can also be lonely for some people, and I have to acknowledge that.
Yep.
Because we pride ourselves on being the real deal.
Yeah.
And I think holidays can also be really hard if you've just lost somebody. I'll tell you later, I ran into a mutual friend of ours and she just lost her brother. And she said, it's been a hard holiday.
Yeah.
Or some people, their families can't make it home, or they can't get to see their loved ones.
Yeah.
Or, even for us, our sweet Maxine, our German Shepherd.
Yeah.
Oh, my kids are home. Can we pause for a second?
Hi, boys.
Okay, so my sweet Maxine passed away. She's my German Shepherd. Aww. And losing a dog is really sad and really hard. And I feel really lucky that I have distractions of my boys and my husband and my job and my other dog, Teddy. But it's still sad. So if this time of year brings you loneliness, we love you and we are so happy you're here and you have a place to belong, but also it's okay. Because that's the other thing, like we were talking about a few weeks ago or whenever. It's okay to feel sad sometimes. It will pass. It's okay to be lonely. You won't be lonely forever. Like, I promise you.
Yeah.
So if this is a lonely time of year for you, I hope that we can be here in a little sweet relief for you. Go back and listen to other episodes and think, dear God, at least my life is better than
I haven't crapped my slacks.
I haven't pooped my pants.
But I'm so glad you're acknowledging it, though, because I think things are so Hallmark holidayed out, with the expectations are so high and it's all about big family. Like, I had a small family to start with.
Yes.
And not to be grim, but as I get older, there are fewer and fewer of us as we go. You know, like Ron, my father-in-law, passed during COVID.
Yes,
and that was
so hard.
Right. And so that's the anniversary of it too. So it's not just the first year. It's like every year you think about it.
Right. Because he passed right before Christmas, right?
He did.
Yeah. So you always remember that.
But you know what? It's good. What I like about it is it reminds me to reach out to my mother-in-law more. These are good little prompts when you have those pangs of sadness or of little blue. That's okay. I mean, I think that's an okay prompt to take action. Maybe it's like, you know what? I gotta get out of the house. I gotta take a little walk. I gotta, get moving a little bit, whatever makes you feel better.
Yes. And we've talked about this before. This has happened to us at work once in a while or anything where you're like, why am I the only one feeling this way?
Yes.
Because everybody else is pretending it's not happening. Mm-hmm. There's a big, a fire to put out at work and everyone's pretending there's not a fire. And I'm like, why am I the only one who's acknowledging the fire?
Yeah.
I think that's important in this, like, it's okay to acknowledge, I don't like this holiday season or this isn't magical for me. That's okay.
Yes.
I'm not trying to convince you it is good for you.
But
I just want you to know we're here for you.
But some great strategies for like, I'm going to do it this way for me. Like, I'm going to mold this holiday into, maybe I'm going to make my mom's mac and cheese and I'm going to do, take a tub and I'm going to, whatever the things are that you like.
Order Chinese food and watch movies from the 80s. Yes.
Or we talked about this. Now this is a little heavier. With our family, what happened for me for years and years and years is we have divorce in our family. And so I'd have to be at like 5 different places at the same time.
And one day.
Yes. And it was okay when I was younger. Then when I got married, had my own kids, had his family to deal with as well. Finally, it was just like, Uncle, I'm late to everything. I'm making someone mad. Like, no, we'll just do dessert at your house. We'll do dinner at this one. Like, no. So I finally just asked the family, is there any way this can look different? And by and large, part of the family didn't. And then most of them were like, yeah, we don't even have to do it on this day. Like,
awesome.
What do you want it to look like? And it was so much easier just to say what you needed.
Yes.
And everybody else was in the same boat too, which was terrific.
Yeah, good for you.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah, so no matter where this last week before Christmas leads you, I hope you got us to count on.
Yes.
We always got your back. And we're here to acknowledge however you feel and just let it be and we'll all pass through it together.
I love this.
And you know what we'll do no matter what? We'll just laugh about it.
That's the only way.
It's the only way. You got to go through it and you got to laugh about it.
Yes.
So what we're going to do is next week on Wednesday, it will actually be Christmas Day.
Yeah.
So I think we'll probably wait till Thursday if you're wondering. But hopefully you'll go back and listen to all of our podcasts that we've had.
We're amassing quite a collection here.
You guys, we're almost into the new year. And I think in the new year, we're going to start inviting guests in.
Yes.
Which is exciting.
Well, and some of you, I want you to write in too, because it's So Happy You're Here podcast.
At gmail.com.
At gmail.com. Any notes you need?
Yeah, we've gotten some really nice notes so far. But if there's anything you want us to discuss.
Yes.
Of course, we can share more behind the scenes from work. But I know not everybody who listens pays attention to us at work.
Yeah.
And we definitely have a few guests already on the docket.
Good.
If there's certain ones you want, let us know. Even beyond home shopping.
Oh, yeah. It could be anything.
It could be beyond home shopping. And yeah, other than that, I think we'll visit with you again on Christmas. And we're just so happy you were here with us.
Thank you, girls.
Love you. Bye. You guys, do us a huge favor, please. Will you like this podcast, share it, or subscribe? Because that helps, right, Bex?
It will help us a ton.
It will. And I don't know if we've helped you, but if you don't mind helping us, that'd be great.
Fair's fair.
Love you.